Alan Wilson, Vice President, Tripwire Interactive. We wanted to take the Killing Floor franchise off onto some other platforms, and we really wanted to explore the mobile platforms, and then on from the mobile platforms onto the set-top boxes, tablets, and really just look for a different take on that franchise.
What's going on in the story in this video game world?
The story for Killing Floor is kind of mad scientist. The quick answer is the mad scientist manages to invent all sorts of stupid monsters. The world goes to hell in a bucket, and you and a bunch of friends are really just trying to survive, cleanse areas of these evil Zeds, buy bigger guns, and the usual important things. Think zombie apocalypse, buy guns.
Who are the main characters?
We actually had a lot of fun with characters because we've had a steadily growing cast of characters. I mean, in the early days, we had a cast of about 5 or 6 characters. Briar and Masterson were a couple of characters who, with their inimitable British accents, just like mine, basically got kind of a cult following for idiotic behaviour and managing to get themselves into ridiculously stupid situations. And the cast's kind of grown over the years, which is just great fun.
How do you feel you're pushing things forward with your game?
We were basically exploring what are really completely new platforms for us, because we've always worked on the PC. And what we wanted to do was to take a very successful PC game franchise and see how we could move that, over to the tablets, to the mobile platform, the set-top boxes, and find just a different way to do it, and a different take on the game.
Can you talk about the single-player experience?
Yeah, I mean, the single-player experience really is very similar to the multiplayer experience, just without friends. For those of us who are sitting at home all alone, the single-player experience is much the same. It's basically horde mode, you in the world, trying to survive. Each wave of Zeds coming at you, buy bigger guns, keep going through to the final boss battle.
How have you worked with Nvidia on your game?
We went around a lot with Nvidia because we actually went through this over about a year, and we were looking at the different bits of technology that Nvidia were rolling out. So we started off with the Shield Portable and did a version for that. And it's actually been quite fun to watch that technology evolve from the Shield Portable through the tablet, with the K1 chip, and then on up to the set-top boxes. And it's been actually, and working with Nvidia, they've been taking us through that progression. And that's been great fun.
Alan, what have they provided in terms of tech that has helped with the development?
Oh, very simple, really. I mean, Nvidia have taken us through each of the stages of technology. We started off with the Shield Portable, and they provided us with, obviously, early access to the hardware for the Shield tablet as that started to roll. With the K1 chips, and then early versions of the set-top box, so that we can get there early, start trying things out, and figure out what works well for the game and what doesn't.
What are your thoughts on the evolution of Android as a platform?
Oh, I mean, it is such a broad topic. I mean, Android, the whole thing's got all of this. The whole platform is going in so many directions right now. It's actually, in some respects, it's going in too many directions. It's going, it's so difficult to keep track of. There's so many different things happening. In fact, that makes it kind of nice when you're dealing with a video, because there's at least there's a set of steady steps that makes sense, a progression that makes sense.
What excites you about Android TV?
The Android TV, I mean, it's this. We've been watching the whole console space, Android TV space, set-top boxes, and all of that. Kind of to see where that goes. There's got to be a whole shakeout at some stage, and it's very interesting to see those set-top boxes, the Android TV. That it's rattling cages. It's going to rattle cages. It's a very strong alternative to the traditional expensive consoles. So we're going to be very interested to see how that evolves. It's going to shake things up.
What impact do you think Nvidia Shield Android TV could have in the gaming ecosystem?
I mean, the Android TV, again, it's got that, the ability to be that very price efficient, if you like, set-top box that will enable you to do a lot of gaming, and they're cranking the power on that again. So it's going to be, it's a serious. It's not like Android TV boxes a couple of years ago that you could basically run crappy phone games on. Now you can run serious games on those things. Real games like PC game equivalents on the set-top boxes, and you can do everything else that you'd expect of a set-top box, which makes it a very attractive proposition for the home.
What do you see Nvidia Shield Android TV opening up for game developers moving forward?
Again, it's that it's just opening up that breadth of platforms, because being on the Android operating system, if you go that way, you've got a very, very broad spectrum of devices that you can actually get access to that way, and that makes it very interesting, because when you're developing for PC or for console, it's kind of very one-directional. Android. How many devices run Android these days? It's everything from the phone in my pocket through very powerful set-top boxes to the fridge and anything else.
How does your game take advantage of Nvidia Shield Android TV's functionality?
Oh yeah, we use the Android TV functionality really to deliver multiplayer. So you can actually sit there, couch multiplayer, sit there with your friends, multiple people on screen. It's just that multiplayer capability. Plus, of course, more power. So you're adding a whole bunch of extra effects. The graphics are way better. There's a whole bunch of dynamic lighting, a lot of particle effects that go in. A lot more gore goes into the game, because that really suits the environment. So a lot of things we can do.
What does the impact of Tegra X1 technology had on the gameplay experience Shield Android TV users will have?
Again, taking it up to the X1, that's really giving you so much more power, so much more we can do. We can crank up the multiplayer. We can crank up the effects, say things like dynamic. You can roll dynamic lighting, dynamic shadows, which makes things look so much better. We can crank up the gore. You can crank up the number of beasties on screen. So you can really just amp up the whole experience, and it does make a big difference, especially when it's up on a TV.